Hey guys, it's Travis here with Block Gaming, and today we're looking at the Dota 2 Full Battle Pass. Now for those of you who don't know, the Battle Pass is a seasonal time period which you can buy into to unlock rewards. The way you unlock these rewards is by leveling up your Battle Pass, and each level is 1000 Battle Pass points. After purchasing the Battle Pass from the Steam store, it should show up here in the menu, just on the very left of all of the tabs. And straight away, if we have a look at this, you can see the tokens here, the level here, and the reset time for the tokens. Now to explain the tokens, every week you get 1000 tokens to start with, and you can use these tokens to bet on each game. The betting system works pretty much how you'd expect any betting system to work, where if you lose the match, you lose all of the tokens that you bet, but if you win them back plus a little extra. However, when you win them back, they don't come back in the form of tokens, they come back in the form of Battle Pass points, which then translates into your level. Now like I said before, one level is 1000 Battle Pass points, and there are multiple ways to get these points, such as challenges and achievements. We can have a look at those now if we go into the Battle Pass itself. So straight up, you've got your rewards section, which is every level you get rewarded certain gifts. These are mostly cosmetic rewards, but you can get things such as the effigies and a Battle Cup ticket. So a quick look at the layout, you have your level over here, which is the same as on the home screen. Your tokens, which is also the same, except now you have next to that how many you've won in return, so how many tokens you've turned into Battle Pass points by winning. You then have your level stacked up against your friends here, and your active quest over here on the left. Now on the next tab over, if you go to your quests, and then view all paths, you can see that there's 4 paths at the moment. There's generally only 3 with a Battle Pass, but because of the Halloween special, we have this extra on here. I won't bother with looking at the Halloween one at the moment since this focuses on the Battle Pass itself, so we'll go straight to the Path of the Protector. Each path has a fair amount of quests that you have to move through in a chronological order to get all the way to the last one, which if completed, will give you a set. Now to my knowledge, these sets are exclusive to finishing these quests, unless bought on the marketplace, and generally they're actually pretty nice looking sets. So the sort of quest you'll be facing is just small things that generally get harder as you go along the line. But if you know what you're doing with the game, they're not too hard to complete most of the time. There's a few outliers, such as this one, I Know This Hurts, which requires you to de-ward enemy observer wards in one victory. The problem is, you can't do that if the enemy doesn't put down observer wards. So a lot of these kind of do depend on your skill bracket and matchmaking. Another example of a quest that you'll be seeing is Crimson Platter, which requires you to, within a single victory, get 2 kills or assists on heroes while they are disabled by your stun. Now 2 kills is only for 1 star, which gives you 200 Battle Pass points, but if you want more than that, you can get 4 or 6 kills for 2 or 3 stars respectively. Basically all of the quests in these paths follow the same formula, with 3-star ratings, each one giving you more points. And like I said before, most of these quests shouldn't be too challenging. If you move on to the next tab, it's the Wagering tab, which basically just shows more information on your wagering tokens. So you can see your remaining tokens, you can see your total tokens wagered, your total points won, but you could also see this at the home. You can see your average points won, and your success rate, as well as when your tokens will reset, but you can also see this on the home screen. To add in a bit of competitiveness, you can also see your friends' total winnings compared to yours. But really, all these stats don't matter too much. As long as they're positive, it means you're not losing tokens, and that's all that really matters. The next tab is the Achievements tab, which is kind of like the Quests tab, except the achievements generally take a bit longer to get. They also give you more Battle Pass points on average. So as you can see, the sort of achievements that you'll be facing are complete the final quest of any of the main paths. This one could be a challenge depending how quickly you can get through the quests. Then you have an achievement such as this. Win 6,000 battle points by wagering. This one shouldn't be too hard as long as you're winning at least 50% of your games. You then also have this achievement. Tip 50 players across your games. Now with the Battle Pass there's a tipping system, so every time you win a match, at the end, you're given the option to tip any one player in the game. Generally it's a good idea to do this no matter what, since tipping only takes away a small amount of tokens, and it also gives you progress towards this achievement. It's also just a generally nice thing to do, unless everyone in your game totally sucked. But if you're like me, you're probably the worst in the game anyway, so forget about that. You also have achievements based on the treasures, how many you open. Now the treasures you can see in the rewards tab, which is the next tab anyway, and you can see over here you have the full treasure 1, the full treasure 2, the Full Treasure 3, and the Full Treasure 4. Now, the Full Treasure 3 and 4 haven't been unlocked yet, as of the making of this video, but it's generally not too long in between each unlock. Each treasure has 5 common sets that you can unlock, 1 rare and 1 very rare. Now in all honesty, you're probably not going to be getting the rares or very rares. With each treasure opening, you unlock 1 set, no more, no less. The next tab is the Battle Cup tab, which a lot of players probably won't pay too much attention to, at least players that are watching guides like this one. The players that are competing in the Battle Cups most probably already have a fairly good idea of how this game works and how the Battle Pass works, especially considering that if we go back and look at the Home tab, to get into the Battle Cup you need to be level 29, and the only way to level up is to play more. Now the final tab is the Compendium tab. Each Battle Pass has a compendium that it's tied to, so for example, the Battle Pass before this one was tied to the International 2016. There's generally not much you can really do in the Compendium tab, it just has a little bit of information about what's going on. However, if you do go over to the Invite Predictions tab, you can see that there was a time when you could predict who would be invited to the Boston Major, and then you can also look at the Invites tab to see who was invited. Now with the Predictions tab, it's locked now, but as it says here, if you predicted all 8 invites correctly, then you would have earned 2,000 battle points, which is 2 level to your Battle Pass. It's nothing too special, but for those who get in early on the Battle Pass, it's just a little extra. With that, that's basically all you need to know about the Battle Pass. The quests are all pretty self-explanatory, and while you may struggle with some of them, they generally don't really need explaining to you how to actually do it. So without further ado, get into playing Dota. Hey guys, thanks for watching this quick guide on the Dota 2 Battle Pass. If there's anything you didn't understand, leave a comment below and we'll be sure to reply to it. And if there's anything you feel you can add to the video, then once again, don't be afraid to leave a comment below and we'll be sure to read over it and possibly add it to the video later on. See you in Dota!